DGR01 Fragrance, Part 1, with DALEGERARD, creator of DALEGERARD. As far back as I can remember, I was mesmerized by the way things smelled. The power it can have, the way it can seduce you, arouse you, the memories that it can evoke. My obsession for scent is, I believe, part of my DNA. I mean, we're all given gifts. We just have to use them. And the sense of smell is one beautiful gift that I was given. I became aware of scent and its effect from a very young boy growing up on a 200-acre dairy farm in rural Wisconsin. I discovered scents that I liked and scents that I did not. I became quite specific about what I liked, and that has thankfully remained with me. Can you imagine free access to these huge lilac trees, yes, trees, rows and rows of cream and blush peony bushes, and the elusive lily of the valley? I was completely obsessed with inhaling these flowers. It transported me to another place. At the same time, not dismissing the scent of freshly cut hay, the frigid smell of 20 degrees below zero at 5 a.m., nor the scent of a hard day's work on a man, and understanding the relevancy of masculinity and its eroticism of it. Fast forward when the actual scent of smell morphed into perfume, cologne, the orgasmic sense of the first spray of a bottle of a new scent came to my world in this way. In the Midwest, anyway, Avon, the company, was introduced. And more importantly, the Avon lady. One must imagine the surrealism of an elegantly dressed woman who you could smell before she entered the driveway, carrying out a suitcase filled with gorgeous bottles of scent after scent. This happening while cows were roaming, machinery was creating dust clouds in the fields, pigs and chickens running about, perhaps an occasional goat as well. Yet more fascinating was my desire to be right there with my mother at the kitchen table while the presentation was happening. Farming was probably not my vocation. Only if you are a true fanatic or completely submissive to the excitement and energy a scent can make you feel, then can you relate to how it feels. But you can relate if you feel that way about anything in your life, whether it be acting, engineering, carpentry, sports, politics. It's the same. Eventually, there came a time when we, as a family, on a Saturday, would drive into the nearest town, which was maybe 10 miles away. And there was what you would call an apothecary, what we call a drugstore. Everyone would kind of disperse and do their own thing. I was mesmerized behind this wall of small glass bottles in the back of the store. Bottles and bottles of fragrance I'd never seen before. I discovered Jovan Musk for women. I saved my allowance. I bought it, and I hid it under the mattress in my room, like most boys would hide a sex magazine. The world of fragrance exploded in my orbit. I applied for a job as a salesperson in, at the time, the most elevated department store in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The position was the head of men's fragrance, selling specialist. Can you imagine? It was the 80s. Chaz, YSL Cross, Oscar de la Renta for men, Paco Rabanne, Dior Eau Sauvage, Givenchy Gentleman, JHL Estee Lauder, Youth to Estee Lauder, so many more. Most people, these names don't mean much to them. Then something changed my life for real. It was called Clinique, tailoring for men. And with most things in life that are too perfect, it was taken away.